Hey everyone, it's Dominique from Lunar Light Tarot. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're doing another general reading. This one's going to be all about what is the hottest tea on you. This is the energy check-in that we do monthly. It's going to be divided into 3 parts about how you're being viewed, what's happening behind the scenes that you need to know about, and what is coming next into your life, including advice. Okay, so I'm really excited to get into today's reading. Let's go ahead, let's spare no time. I've already prayed and shuffled over all the cards, of course, so we are protected and connected to the divine as per usual. Let's go ahead and start with our first section of this monthly energy check-in about how you are currently being viewed, okay? All right, let's see it. So divine source, how are my YouTube viewers currently being viewed? The 6 of Cups. How are my YouTube viewers currently being viewed? You have people from your past who are thinking about you, thinking about fun times with you. A lot of people are noticing the ways that you've changed, healed, and grown, okay? Ooh, King of Cups, especially someone that you may have dated in the past as well. Wow, people are really seeing that you're entering into this whole new era where you're reaping what you're sowing, you're getting what you want, and you're achieving a lot of success, okay? This is very, very interesting. You were on a lot of people's minds from your past, okay? I can see that immediately because you had the 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups talks about nostalgia and memories, okay? So people are really reminiscing about you right now, and they're comparing the old version of you to the new version of you, okay? We have the star here. You're coming off with this bright star energy. What this means is that people can tell that you've gone through a lot of healing. You've gone through a lot of transformation. You've come into your own personally, and there is this light surrounding you, the kind of light that you can only fully embody when you are authentically yourself, when you are grounded in who you are, all right? When you found who you are and you're not afraid to let that shine, all right? I'm getting that people are very impressed with what you do for work or with your crafts, with your hobbies, like with how busy your life is. Like something about like you being very busy, or you have a lot of things going on. You have a lot of crafts that you're up to, a lot of hobbies. Your profession is very impressive, but people are talking about that and people are comparing you to where you were previously. And they're like, wow, I just didn't expect that this person would come so far in their career. They would come so far in their studies. They would come so far in this craft. Like, whoa, they have really reached a new level, okay? There are people who are from your past who were actually kind of sad that you moved on. I'm picking up on possibly an ex-best friend or an ex-lover, okay? We have the King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, so this could be a water sign, but they don't have to be. Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, okay? Maybe in one of their big 3. There's definitely someone who is thinking about you, thinking about how they no longer have access to you, thinking about the connection that you guys had and how different you are and how much you've grown. People are really seeing that you step into a whole new chapter with the Fool card here, okay? Which is very impressive. It's like you have this new lease on life. A lot of people feel like you have separated yourself so much from who you were previously and the people that you used to hang out with. Like everything is so different for you. For some of you, you could have literally moved away from a hometown. You could have gone to a new area of work, a new job. Like there's something about your environment being completely different as well. Okay. For these people, like they're looking back and they're like, whoa, I physically cannot reach them any longer. Like they're just so far away from me now. And that time of our lives is so far away. People are really seeing that you are in connections now that are much more reciprocal. Okay. With the 6 of Pentacles, you get what you want out of life. It may be that, you know, in a certain job, you're able to kind of get farther. It could be in relationships, you're having more reciprocal relationships. It's like people are seeing that you're putting in effort and you're finally getting your dues back. So you're being seen as very successful right now with the 6 of Wands. Very, very successful. People definitely have their eye on you. And there are people who are sad about not being able to be in your life any longer. This is so interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and continue. How are they being viewed currently? For my YouTube viewers, how are they currently being viewed? Strategy. How are my YouTube viewers being viewed currently? Cornucopia. How are my YouTube viewers currently being viewed? Woman holding a heart. That's very interesting. I'm going to take the cards that also happen to flip inside the deck. Okay, so people are viewing you and they're seeing that you have a strategy for your life, okay? They can see that your strategy for life has given you a lot of abundance, okay, with this cornucopia card. Even if you feel like you haven't necessarily been like mapping out your 5-year plan and executing that to the T, I know some of you probably have, but even if you're not exactly doing that, people view you as somebody who has a plan for your life, who has a direction and a vision for your life about how you're going to get there. And they're really, really impressed with your plan and your vision, okay? Especially from people from your past. I mean, I think that in the past they may have seen you as somebody who was like, just silly, lighthearted, fun, and not someone who really took life so seriously. So a lot of these people didn't expect this much from you. And it could be that you just didn't really share your plans when it came to what you wanted to do with your life with certain people, right? But ever since you've been executing, the results are speaking for themselves, okay? People feel like you have a lot of abundance in your life, cornucopia. They feel like things are going very well for you, that you look very happy to people who are viewing you from the past, okay? I think that's the majority of people who are viewing you this month, okay? Obviously, this is timeless, but this is an energy check-in for whenever you're watching this, okay? So around this time, around this month, people are viewing you from the past, okay? And they're seeing that you look really happy these days. They feel like you are doing so much better than you used to. And you seem so much brighter. You seem so much more confident in yourself. Even if you don't feel that every day, that's how you're coming off to other people. You come off very balanced, okay? Like you know yourself, like you are not overstressed in any one area of life. Again, this is perception, not necessarily what's happening in your reality, but people feel like you are very balanced when it comes to life. You're enjoying your life. And actually, some people are looking at you with a little bit of envy, okay? We have the envy card coming out here. A lot of people feel like you've been able to make something of your life that they have not been able to make of theirs, okay? And so they get jealous thinking of, wait, why is this person able to proceed in the ways that I didn't foresee them doing this? Or, how are they able to come into such a beautiful place in their life when I can't make things happen for myself, okay? So a lot of people kind of feel like their life is a little bit in like black and white, and yours is in this beautiful golden color. They are kind of upset seeing you win and seeing you come up. And I'm also picking up that people are upset that they're no longer in your life friendship wise, okay? And that they can no longer rub shoulders with you and get motivation from you, be uplifted from your presence. And that has really put a damper on things because they have difficulty maybe generating that sort of motivation or discipline for themselves. They want somebody to be on their side like a cheerleader to do it for them, okay? But yeah, people are viewing you as somebody who has walked away from a lot in your life. You've walked away to really fulfill yourself in a deeper capacity. At this time, people are almost doing a restock of you, okay? They're going over memories that they've had, and they're just really surprised, really shocked at the ways you've been able to grow so substantially, okay? Let's go ahead and see what else we have. How are my YouTube viewers being viewed currently? How are they being viewed? Religious, dedicated, spiritual path. So a lot of people feel like you are very dedicated to your path at this time, okay? Now, some of you could literally be religious or just, spiritual. But they feel like your spiritual path or religious path has really helped you to achieve your goals. It's like it really has kept you on track, okay, as the people have noticed. People have also noticed that your beliefs have not switched up over time. You don't seem confused when it comes to your religion or your spiritual path. You seem to know who you are and what works for you. The top of the deck, we have this person is jealous. Yeah, this is very interesting. I feel like I don't deal with a lot of jealousy in my readings as of late, but now there's this energy of comparison. Like people are definitely comparing you and who you are now to who you were in the past. And the kind of elevation that you had, the swift elevation, is just making people feel jealous of you at this point in time, okay? How are they being viewed currently? Yeah, we have glamour, magic, and possibly hot glow up after glow up. So people feel like you're glowing up right now, all right? And for them, they feel like they keep making excuses as to why they can't push themselves ahead in their life. Some of these people feel a little bit irresponsible for their own life. And then they look at you and they feel like you're glowing up in every category, like not just your looks, but also your presence, your energy, your money, your stability, your mindset, your mental health could be, coming up. You guys are doing a lot of work for yourselves to get to the next level. And a lot of people just can't exactly say the same. Okay. What else? I feel like you moved on and don't care anymore. Exactly. Yeah, this is crazy. How you're being viewed. You have a lot of people from the past who are really tuning into you right now. Okay. It's almost like you're a beacon. They can't help but have this life overview. I'm picking up specifically on an ex-best friend. Okay. Who could be watching your social medias at this time or just reminiscing about memories of you two together. A lot of people have good memories of you. I also want to put that out there. They have really good memories of you, times where you guys are laughing and joking, having, a grand old time. And now they feel like their life just isn't as sweet, okay, without you, while yours looks to be amazing, okay? Like you don't look like you're missing anything, all right? What's the tea on them? We have dirty fantasies, 18 plus desires, all night, all positions. So people are also fantasizing about you right now, okay? That's the tea on you. They're viewing you in a sexual manner because they find you to be really, really attractive. Again, you're glowing up at this time, okay? How are they being viewed? Curves, larger body, BBW. Okay, so people are viewing your curves at this time. People are interested in your body. All right. They feel like you're looking very good at this time. You don't necessarily have to have this body type. Of course, if you do, then people are admiring you for your body type. But I'm also picking up that like people are curious as to how you've been able to have some sort of transformation when it comes to your body. Like some of you guys could have changed the type of foods that you eat, could have changed up making more home cooked meals, things like that. I'm actually picking up that quite a few of you may have recently tried to take up cooking more and like doing the recipes, and people are actually seeing a difference when it comes to your body with that. Okay, some of you guys could be, working out, you're trying to lose weight, you're trying to gain weight. People are noticing a shift when it comes to your body, and they're really admiring you for that, okay? I want to get a few more cards from this deck. Yeah, at the top of the deck, we already have regrets, treating you badly, in their head, shame and guilt. Yeah, in this season, Spirit is telling me, oh my God, because this is crazy because I was literally just going to say this word. I was going to say, Spirit is telling me that people are getting karma in this season for how they treated you, and part of their karma is having to look at you succeed, okay? As I was just going to say that, look, top of the deck, karma has been served. Behind the scenes butt whipping. Yeah, people are taking time to connect with their emotions right now, and you keep coming up for them. And that's so interesting. I think that you guys can really serve as a lesson sometimes, all right, to people about how they should treat others, what integrity looks like, what authenticity looks like, what overcoming difficult circumstances looks like. And a lot of people may have realized that you were a test and they failed, okay? They failed to treat this person well, and you got rewarded with abundance, travel, adventure, excitement in your life. Like you guys have been moving towards a more exciting and luxurious lifestyle, okay? And when I say luxury, it doesn't always have to be in terms of money. It could be in terms of the richness of the friendships and relationships that you have around you. It can be in your health. It can be in your satisfaction with life and your environment, okay? So you guys are having a lot of abundance that continues to come in and begin to surround you. People are absolutely noticing that. And noticing that as you've walked away, you've been able to cultivate so much more for yourself instead of glomming on to relationships that are misaligned, that aren't reciprocal, that aren't uplifting you. You guys have made it a point to only be in environments and be around people who are going to uplift you as you uplift them, okay? And that's really made a huge difference for you guys. That's what people are seeing in your strategy. Not only that, people are sensing that you have a deep connection with the divine. They're absolutely sensing that. There is something about you that just screams highly favored and blessed, okay? Highly favored and blessed. People know this. They can sense it. And they feel like your connection with the divine has brought you so much abundance. That has been a huge part of your strategy, so to speak, as to how you're able to know when to pivot in life, how you're able to discern which relationships and environments and opportunities are right for you. Like, it helps to lead you through everything. So people are starting to realize that you're walking through faith and not just through sight. Okay. And that's the reason why you've been able to call in so much abundance into your life. People are definitely seeing you as very successful at this time as well. And they feel like you cannot be bothered with things from the past that are no longer for you. Okay. I'm picking up that, like, people want to try and re-enter your life from the past, but they don't even try it because a lot of them know that you wouldn't pick up the phone. All right. You would not pick up the phone. You just can't be bothered with things that are going to bring you back to an environment that you've already outgrown. So that is how you're being viewed currently. People are seeing that you've had so much growth, especially Spirit is saying over this past year. Over this past year, even just the past like 2 years or so, you've changed so much, and people are having this like a recap moment about you. And it's also about themselves because you have taught them a lot about integrity and, you know, how to be there for yourself and how to direct yourself through life. Okay. So hope that makes sense. That's part one. Let's go ahead and get into part two. What is happening behind the scenes that you need to know? Okay, boo, part two. Let's find out what is happening behind the scenes that you need to know about. This could be anything. It could be something more spiritual, or it could be something about people around you, okay? What's happening behind the scenes that my YouTube viewers need to know about? Judgment. The Two of Wands. What's happening behind the scenes that they need to know about? The Fool card. Strength card. Okay. Wait, one more. Okay, great. The Moon. Oh, wow. Okay, I really feel like there is a blessing that's about to be revealed to you that you don't know about, that you need to know, okay? Spirit has judged you recently, and you passed a test, okay? You guys passed a test, and I'm not sure what this had to do with. It might have had to do with a couple different things. It might have to do with generosity or charitable giving. It might have to do with the time and energy that you give to others. It might have had to do with a decision that you had to make. It might have had to do with you choosing to be in a part of a certain environment or take a certain opportunity, or you guys perceiving a certain opportunity to be there, seeing beyond your current circumstances. You guys could have had something kind of go wrong for you in your life recently. And instead of succumbing to being like, oh my gosh, things are terrible right now, like I should just give up, or this isn't working out, I need to, you know, just stop on this dream, whatever it may be. There could have been some kind of like a setback or a delay that you guys were faced with recently, and that was the test. You did not falter during this test. Okay, Spirit is saying you did not falter and you didn't give up. And more so, God is telling me you did not question me. You didn't question my plan, which is one of the reasons why you're going to be blessed so substantially. Okay, again, it's almost like there was a huge delay, or something was very confusing, or generosity was tested. Okay, and you guys passed with flying colors. Now you're about to enter into a brand new cycle in which you are recognized for your strengths and talents, okay? Spirit is saying this is about to be revealed with the Moon card in reverse. This is about to be revealed. And where you guys were lacking clarity before, where things were foggy, where things were difficult, there's about to be a lot of ease and transformation. Okay. Say for example, this is just an example. Say that you're a content creator and your views were like very low recently, but you kept posting very consistently. You may be getting rewarded with a lot more views. Okay. Or say for example, at your job, maybe you had a really difficult project, right? And it wasn't going anywhere for a long time, but you stayed consistent. You kept working on it. You're about to have a huge breakthrough. People are going to recognize you at work because of that huge breakthrough that you came up with, okay? You guys see what I'm trying to say? There's something that happened that was causing a delay, that was difficult, and you guys couldn't see the way out of the situation, okay? Or you couldn't see an end in sight for this particular situation. Now Spirit is about to show you the light at the end of the tunnel, okay? There is a big blessing coming in. There's a lot of recognition that's going to come along with that. People are going to know that you stuck it out, okay? And people are going to see your care and passion for this particular subject, okay? They're going to recognize you as an expert in this certain field, okay? Most of these are channel messages that I'm picking up right now. And you guys went through some difficulty. I feel like whatever this is, it kind of hurt, you know? It could have been really disappointing, whatever the situation was. It could have even been a difficulty with a friend, right? And you guys were tested to see how you're going to react to something. But now you're going to be placed in a better environment. For some of you guys, it's going to be the same environment. For others of you guys, you're going to be placed in a different, better environment, okay? But either way, there's definitely a blessing that's going to be on the way. All right. You guys were debating for a long time. Like, should I quit this? Should I keep going? Like, when is this going to end? When is this delay going to be over? And it was really trying your patience. It was really, really trying your patience. And during this whole thing, it was almost like, you know, where is my guidance? Like, where do I get clarity on this? It was really difficult to find the way out, but it's going to be shown to you, and you're being rewarded for your consistency in something. Okay. That's so interesting. Let's go ahead and see more. Yeah. Oh, look at it. As I split the deck, victory. Yeah. You guys are about to be given a victory where there were difficulties previously. Okay. And you're not going to see it coming. This woman's eyes are closed. Again, you're not going to see this coming. All right. Spirit wanted to see, like, how dedicated are you? You know, how teachable are you? How dedicated are you? What's happening behind the scenes that they need to know about? Action. Yeah, it's because you continue to take action towards this goal, even when it was unclear. Okay. You continue to take steps forward, even if you didn't know if you were going to win, even though you didn't know how things were going to turn out, you trusted. Okay. Now you're going to be rewarded with more stability, more of a sense of groundedness as well. And things are going to start making a lot more sense, whatever it is in this field. I feel like for a lot of you, it could be career related. Okay. Some of you could be getting rewarded with a new job, right? Like maybe, like I said, some of you guys are going to be in new environments as well. So it may not be that the blessings are going to come in the exact same packaging that you've been working with so far. It could end up that you get a new job, or that you guys move to a new city, or you are on a new platform if you're a content creator, something like that. But it also could be recognition where you are at, okay? It kind of depends on your guys' circumstances. I hope you guys can see what I'm trying to say. What is happening behind the scenes that they need to know about? For my YouTube viewers. Oh my gosh, guys. Yes, woman holding a coin and also contract. Woman holding a coin is a fantastic card to get because it talks about you coming into money. Okay. And you guys having a better time in career and business. Okay. I feel like if some of you guys have businesses, there's about to be an influx of clients, an influx of brand recognition. Okay. And if it's more career related, again, it's an influx of recognition around a certain task that you did. Okay. I'm also seeing with contract, like some of you guys, again, you could be offered a new contract at your job, at a new job. You guys could be getting, if you're a content creator, for example, like brand deals, okay, signing contracts for a car, things like that. Like there's anything that you have been struggling with, you're about to come out the other side with so much more than you thought possible, and a lot more recognition for all the work that you did to get to this place, okay? Spirit was definitely testing you during this time to see what your strength was and how you would react when things do not go according to your plan, okay? The plan that God had basically whispered in your ear, okay? Because for a lot of you guys, you're in a position and in a place in life where you know that you are on this path that's going to lead you somewhere that God has basically told you to do, okay? I hope this makes sense the way that I'm saying it. That you've gotten some kind of inspiration about, okay, like here's the field that I want to be in, or I think I want to do this kind of job. I think I want to have this business. I think I want to do this content creation thing. Again, I just do examples, right? And as you're going and doing that, you're taking steps towards it, and it may not be going according to plan, but you had the intuition to not doubt the plan, just to keep going, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. And now you're finally being rewarded for trusting the intuitive guidance that you were given from the universe, that you were given from God all along, okay? Again, it's like you guys are walking by faith and not by sight. This is so interesting because in the first part of the reading, right, we see everybody is over here thinking that you're so put together, you've got it all figured out, like you've come so far. And in reality for you guys, you may have feel like you just dealt with a setback or a delay, or things are not going the way that you had wanted them to go. So it's kind of funny, that perception versus reality. However, you stayed steadfast on what you felt was right for you. You stayed steadfast in where you felt you were guided to be going. And because you held on to that guidance and kept making moves towards your goals, you're about to be rewarded with recognition and a new cycle. Everyone is going to know about how great you are in this craft. You're about to be launched to an expert in whatever field that you're in. And if you're just beginning, it's going to be a lot of recognition of your talents, okay? Spirit is telling me it's time to balance out the scales, okay? It's almost like, again, things have been tipped out of order. And now it's time to balance out these scales because you've put in so much. It's time to reap what you sow. And it's funny enough that we're coming into fall, right? And this is a season of harvest. If you're watching when I'm posting this, of course, this is a season of harvest. And so everything that you have been, planting seeds on this whole year, of course, is going to start to come to fruition. Okay, what else do we have here? What is happening behind the scenes that my YouTube viewers need to know about? What is happening behind the scenes my YouTube viewers need to know about? Notice what drains your energy. What's happening behind the scenes that my YouTube viewers need to know? Rose-colored glasses can distort the truth. You are loved. And what else? Focus on facts instead of mind reading. You guys have been cutting out a lot of things that have made it difficult for you to feel recharged or reflect in an effective manner, okay? You guys, what's happening behind the scenes, and it's more so this healing that you're taking on, this integration that you're having of all these lessons that you learned in this past cycle, okay? But you are becoming very adept at noticing what is draining your energy and seeing things objectively. That's a really big theme for you over this past 6 months or so, okay? Seeing things objectively, noticing when things are not right for you and not putting on rose-colored glasses that will distort the truth of a situation. You're very dedicated to seeing things how they are, okay? And noticing what is for you and what's not. Your discernment is very, very sharp. Very, very, very sharp. And so that's part of the reason why you're able to find and understand what path is going to be best for you. It may take you some time, but once you find it, you are so steady in your knowing because your discernment is so strong, okay? That just kind of adding that as like a side message, but I'm really seeing that what's happening behind the scenes is a deep, deep integration of objectivity, okay? You guys are not looking at a situation with rose-colored glasses. You are focused on facts. You're not trying to create all of these explanations for things that are just not aligned with your energy. You're focused on where you're loved and where you're growing, okay? You're focused on what is helping me to evolve and what is supporting me and uplifting me as I'm getting there, okay? And you're no longer taking on experiences or challenges or relationships that are just demeaning, that are diminishing, that are crushing, okay? And there's a difference between something being challenging and uplifting and expanding you, and something diminishing you and making you feel or not making you feel just, but actually dimming your light and bringing you to a lower vibration. Okay, I hope that makes sense the way that I'm saying it. Guys, I won't even lie, I had a long day. I don't know why I can't seem to get my words out today, but I hope you guys are picking up what I'm putting down right now. Your objectivity is becoming a superpower of yours, okay? And this is so important because these rose-colored glasses can lead us down paths that we think are going to be positive for us, but are actually bringing us to a more negative space, okay? So this not only lends itself to you being able to discern relationships, but it also is helping you discern which path is right for you. Especially as you're going through like delays and difficulties, you're still able to see, wait, I'm actually still growing in the pursuit of this goal. Even though I'm having a difficulty in this path, I'm still being challenged in a way that's helping me to improve my craft. I'm still being challenged or expanded in my skill and my knowledge and my leadership abilities. Okay, even though I might not be getting the results that I want, I'm still growing with this. And that has been, I think, the anchor that has kept you in this particular goal for so long, okay? For a lot of you, this may have been a delay that lasted quite some time, but now you're probably about to see a breakthrough. Again, this could be in business, this could be in career. I'm not necessarily seeing relationships. I really feel like this is more of a career or a business breakthrough that you guys are having, okay? A very personal breakthrough that you guys are having. It could even be some sort of epiphany about how you get to the next level in your own life. Or I'm also picking up for some of you, it can be an epiphany about like something that you want to change in your life, where you want to live or how you want to approach a certain goal of yours. You're finally going to have this breakthrough and an epiphany that is going to launch at the next level, okay? But for a lot of you, it's going to be career related. It's going to be money related. And you're finally going to see all of your hard work pay off, okay? There's a lot of like trickle down effect coming in that you're going to start to see things kind of pan out and escalate over time. But there's a lot of recognition coming in for you because of all the hard work that you've been doing and the fact that you did not give up on yourself and your goals, okay? And also the fact that you've been able to see what's right for you and what is helping you to grow and expand so clearly, okay? Okay, guys, I hope that makes sense. Let's go ahead and talk about our third chapter, what is coming next for you, and advice. Alrighty, what is coming in next for you, plus some advice. Let's go ahead and see what Spirit has to say. What is coming in next for my YouTube viewers? Okay, Queen of Swords in reverse. You guys are ready to take action on something. What's coming next for my YouTube viewers? Interesting. A big shift in perspective is about to come in for you, and you're going to be open to doing something that you never tried before, okay? I'm hearing different approach, different results, and this pivot in approach is going to make it so much easier for you to get to where you wanted to go. I'm seeing that for a lot of you, you're being blessed with some kind of idea that you never thought of before. Okay, you never thought it was for you, or you just never thought about approaching this in a certain way. Okay, again, it has to do with goals, and it's probably career oriented. Okay, but we have the Queen of Swords here. I'm getting that you guys are picking up on a new idea that you're very open to. Sometimes when the Queen of Swords is upright, it can talk about boundaries and also being sort of closed off sometimes, right? So this being in reverse, this is telling me that you guys are having a new idea that you're very open to and that you never perceived before. You never saw it before. Three of Wands is telling me that you don't see this coming. Okay, this is going to be very unexpected, and whatever this idea or this new approach is going to be so out of left field. You're going to feel like you are the hanged person. Okay, you're hung upside down, so you can see things from a whole different perspective. That's the meaning of the card. That someone is looking at something from a whole different perspective, and this is going to change everything. All right, you guys are getting an idea that is going to change the course of your success. All right. And especially for those of you guys who have businesses, I really feel like this idea is going to be a huge game changer for you. Okay. And some of you guys, it could just be an idea that you really want to change careers. You guys want to change fields. All of a sudden, you get an idea that you want to, change the city that you live in. You want to work on a whole different platform with a different set of technologies or whatever it may be, right? You are deciding you want to do something differently, and it's leading you to a lot of excitement, a lot of happiness, and a lot more ease. It's almost like what you've been doing up till now, it works. However, it's been a lot of work to make it work. Okay, there's something about working smarter and not harder that you're going to be picking up on and getting an idea about. Okay, what is coming next? Stop. Door to value. Do you see what I'm trying to say? Do you see what I'm trying to say? Oh my goodness. Yeah, door to value. Exactly. So you guys are getting this idea that is actually going to open the door to more abundance to flow into your life. Some kind of new idea, a new approach is really going to help you. Again, it's something that you weren't open to in the past. Okay. I don't think you necessarily have tried it, but it's something that you weren't open to in the past, or you just never thought about doing. But at this point in your life, you're going to feel called, and you're going to feel like your heart is aligned with this new idea that you get. And it's going to cause a victory for you. Okay, bottom of the deck, the victory card again. It's going to be so unexpected. It's almost like entering into a whole new world, the way that you're looking at it and feeling about this. But I'm getting that once you pick up on this idea, you're not going to be able to stop, okay? You're going to realize, like, wait, this is my path forward. Again, we have the man holding a coin. Just earlier, we had the woman holding a coin. Now we have the man holding a coin. I'm telling you, there is money coming in for this group. There is money coming in. Spirit is telling me, don't deceive yourself out of this great idea, okay? With the deceit card at the bottom of the deck. Sometimes you may have a tendency to look at your ideas and be like, oh, well, that's for somebody else. Like, that's for someone with more time. That's for someone who's more skilled than me. That's for someone who knows what they're doing. I don't have any experience in that sort of thing. Spirit is saying, take the first step and the experience will come. As you keep going, the experience will come. How do you think people got experience? Just by doing it, okay? Like, you gotta give it a try. So Spirit is saying, don't deceive yourself out of the idea that I give you next, okay? I would really suggest you guys write down any ideas and inspirations that you get. I know for me, over the past 2 months is probably the most inspired I've been in years. I don't know where it has come from, but there's been ideas out of like left and right field that have brought me to a new place. And I won't say what I'm up to yet, but I actually resonate with this reading a bit too myself. But this is so crazy. I can definitely tell that you guys are going to be taking on something new that you didn't expect, okay? Not necessarily adding more work to your load, but working smarter and not harder for something, okay? Possibly for money. And it's going to open up something brand new for you that you did not really expect yourself to go down that road, all right? Let's go ahead and pick up what's the best advice for you, okay? What is the best advice for my YouTube viewers, Divine Source? Pack energy is about belonging and inclusion. Okay, what's the best advice for my YouTube viewers this time? Venture beyond the familiar. Your heart knows the direction, and look at this, bottom of the deck, one step at a time. How perfect is that? We also have expanding the mind enriches the soul. You're about to be called to expand your mind. All right. This new idea that you get, it might require you to take on new skills, to learn something new, but it's going to be so exciting for you at a soul level. Okay. Once you get this new idea, you're going to be like, that's it. And then just run with it. I can't tell you what it is going to be for a lot of you, obviously. But I'm picking up, it has to do with business and career and pivoting your direction or trying something new that's going to help you to get better results. Okay. Now back to this pack energy is about belonging and inclusion. Spirit is telling me that the people who are closest to you, who support you the most, God is going to be speaking through them over the next few weeks and giving you hints and clues as to what you should be doing. And Spirit is saying, do not ignore anyone who's telling you to venture beyond the familiar, that you trust, right? That you trust. People who are on your council, okay, as you might say, people who are on your board of advisors, they're going to be giving you new ideas over these next few weeks that you are not going to be able to anticipate where they're going to lead you. Okay, Spirit is telling me to give you an example. So say, for example, one of my friends, she was talking to me and she goes, Dominique, right? She knows about my business, right? She's like, listen, you got to start making stickers for your business. You got to make tote bags. You got to make hats. Okay. You got to have merchandise and you got to go do readings in person. Okay. I'm like, okay, I love your enthusiasm. Like, I'm going to start looking into this. So I started looking into, like stickers and like designing them. And guys, now I'm down a huge rabbit hole. Now I'm down a huge rabbit hole. I made my first, sticker and actually put it live on my website. We're at Lunar Light Tarot logo sticker if you want to check that out. But I have things in the works now that I never would have anticipated by just her telling me to go and check out how to make stickers. Okay. Now I am like dabbling with the idea of having an Etsy shop. Okay. Now I'm just telling all my business, but now I'm dabbling with the idea of having my own Etsy shop and like doing different sorts of products that are more so in the spiritual niche. Like I never thought that I would take that on. But that conversation about stickers brought me there. Okay. So Spirit is saying someone's going to come to you. Okay. And I hate to make this reading about me. I hope you guys know that I'm not one of those readers that just like sees themselves all over the reading. I do many readings that don't apply to me at all. I hope you guys know that. But this one I'm definitely feeling. I won't even lie. So Spirit is saying they're going to be talking through people who are close to you, people that you trust in the near future. And these people are going to be encouraging you to venture beyond the familiar, okay? Don't just look at the step and be like, oh, I would never do that. That doesn't work for me, and then move on, right? I could have easily done that and been like, well, I sell readings. I don't sell stickers, girl. I could have just said that and then been dismissive, right? But of course, I didn't want to do that. That's my friend, right? And honestly, I felt called to check out what she was talking about. So guys, just be open because something totally different can emerge from an idea that seems small. It's just a step. When you take the next step, the next one is going to appear, and the next one's going to appear, and the next one's going to appear. Until all of a sudden you're in a whole new environment. You're like, whoa, I can really do something different. I can really get different results like this. Okay. So Spirit is telling you, don't be afraid to try something new to get different results. Your heart is going to know the direction. Okay. Once you start on this path, that's when your motivation is going to kick in. That's when your ideas are going to kick in. But you have to grab that first step. And it may seem out of the ordinary. I mean, did you guys predict that I would be like selling stickers on my page? Kind of random, right? But once you start in that direction, you're going to find that things are going to transform and align to you. Okay. Right? You're going to find other things that make sense to you, things that you want to do and take on that are going to give you the sort of results. You can already sense they're going to give you the sort of results that you're looking for. Take everything one step at a time. Don't feel like you have to rush into this next chapter, okay? There is plenty of time for you to integrate and for you to grow and learn into this next chapter. So don't feel like you have to rush or anything, but you're definitely going to be getting some inspiration over the next few weeks that is going to encourage you to either continue venturing beyond the familiar if you've already started this process, or that is going to encourage you to do so. So guys, that is what I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed this general reading. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you do enjoy my channel, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and click that red subscribe button to become a gem today. All of my subscribers are called gems now. So if you guys want to become part of these beautiful gems, we are unbreakable and multifaceted. Would love to have you on the channel. Additionally, guys, I do have a TikTok where I post more free content. You guys can check me out over there. I also have a website. If you want to book a personal reading with me, I'm currently unavailable for personal readings until September 28th. So just be aware of that. Right now, they are marked as sold out. It's because I'm going on vacation. Okay, I'm going to be on vacation this next week. Hey, actually, as I'm posting this, I'm already on vacation, so hey. But yeah, I will be back on the 28th, and then my readings will be available once again. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. And I will talk to you in the next one. Okay, love and light. Bye-bye.